Hi guys, I'm Shandor. Welcome to my cinema. Today I'm watching the 1973 neo-noir crime movie, not my words, Badlands, starring Sheen and Sissy Spacek. I know basically nothing about this movie except that it's held in high regard. I think Sissy Spacek is gonna play a 15-year-old girl who goes on a killing spree. That sounds pretty awesome. So let's not waste any more time. Here comes Badlands. 3, 2, 1. I love seeing all these old school logos, whenever I watch an old movie. It's pretty cool.
My father had kept their wedding cake in the freezer for 10 whole years. He moved us from Texas to Fort Dupree, South Dakota.
Okay. That looks pretty nice. Looks pretty nice. Love the wide shots, love the wide aspect ratio.
Hey, Woody! Give me a cigarette.
Little did I realize that what began in the alleys and backways of this quiet town would end in the Badlands of Montana.
Okay. I'm interested.
I throwed enough trash for today, Cato. I'll see you in the morning.
Interesting. The music is so playful here, and so far this seems like so playful. I'm guessing things are gonna take a turn.
I'm not keeping you from anything important, am I?
No.
Just thought I'd come over and say hello to you. I'll try anything once. I don't know, want to take a walk with me?
What for?
Oh, I got some stuff to say.
Eh.
Guess I'm kind of lucky that way. Most people don't have anything on their minds, do they?
So true. So true. Hey, good lines. Okay.
That's my father. I gotta run.
Well, hey, wait. When am I gonna see you again?
Well, I know what my dad's gonna say.
What?
Can't be honest.
Sure.
Well, that I shouldn't be seen with anybody that collects garbage. Is that gonna kill the grass? No. You got some on my feet. He's just asking if we need any yard work done. I said no. And for him not to bother us.
Not exactly, but okay. But okay, it seems like that she and her father are getting along. That's good.
You've been fired.
What?
Ain't that a hell of a note?
I don't need my keys anymore. I'll just leave them with her, be nice and handy.
What?
What kind of work do you think you'd be qualified for? I just gotta get this.
I can't think of anything at the moment.
Well, I think we can get you something working cattle over at the pens.
He was handsomer than anybody I'd ever met.
If you say
Looked
so.
just like James Dean.
Actually, he does resemble James Dean.
What you done?
Spanish.
I say quit my job in Spanish.
Something made trabajo.
You're a redhead.
I know.
Anybody ever call you red?
Yeah, but I don't like it.
Can I come around and see you tomorrow?
Okay. He said that I was grand, though, that he wasn't interested in me for sex, and that coming from him, this was a compliment. He'd never met a 15-year-old girl who behaved more like a grown-up and wasn't giggly.
I wish we would see that instead of just sort of narrating this.
He would have had a fit, since Kit was 10 years older than me and came from the wrong side of the tracks, so-called.
Yeah.
Our time with each other was limited, and each lived for the precious hours when he or she could be with the other, away from all the cares of the world.
Yeah, this is all kinds of wrong, actually, if you think about it.
How I ran my hand through his hair and traced the outline of his lips with my fingertip. He wanted to die with me, and I dreamed of being lost forever in his arms. And sometimes he'd see me coming toward him in beautiful white robes, and I'd put my cold hand on his forehead.
But I mean, she said he's from the wrong side of the tracks or whatever, but
Did it go the way it's supposed to?
he's a decent working guy,
Yeah.
except he's dating a 15-year-old.
You know what I think?
What?
We should crunch our hands with this stone. That way we'd never forget what happened today.
But it would hurt.
Well, that's the point, stupid.
Kit made a solemn vow that he would always stand beside me and let nothing come between
That's
us.
a beautiful, beautiful
He
shot.
wrote this out in writing, put the paper in a box with some of our little tokens and things, then sent it off in a balloon he'd found while on the garbage route. Something must have told him that we'd never live these days of happiness again, that they were gone forever.
Okay, but why?
Then, sure enough, Dad found out I'd been running around behind his back.
Well,
He was madder than I'd ever seen him.
of course.
As punishment for deceiving him, he went and shot my dog.
That's brutal.
He made me take extra music lessons every day after school and wait there till he came to pick me up.
I love the music, though. The music is really, really interesting and nice.
You know Holly? Well, she means an awful lot to me, sir. Look, I got a lot of respect for her, too, sir.
Yeah, he seems to be a decent guy, you know.
Well, it's not good enough.
Yeah, it's true.
What do you think happened to her? She stuck around with you, Kit. A guy like you. I don't want you to hang around anymore. I don't want to see you again.
I mean, yeah, obviously I understand her father, you know. Awesome shot. Again, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. I mean, yeah, that's trespassing. Notice how the door was open. I guess people didn't necessarily lock their doors back then. He has a gun? That's a great shot again.
Got a gun here, sir. It's always a good idea to have one around.
What do you think you're doing?
I got it all planned. And, I'm taking Holly off with me.
I'm turning you over to the authorities.
That's what I would do.
What for?
Coming on my property with a gun.
Yep.
Suppose I shot you. How'd that be? Huh?
I feel like this came out of nowhere.
Hey, where you going?
I mean,
Daddy,
this is dark.
this is Holly.
But I mean, I feel like this
Are you gonna be okay?
came out of left field, you know? I mean, his character wasn't set up properly for this. For me, you know, this feels very, very jarring to me.
You don't need a doctor.
Yeah. Because he's dead. I don't know, this feels very, very jarring to me, still. And also, I find it really weird that, you know, Sissy Spacek's character is basically unfazed by this. Because again, this really wasn't in her character so far, so I feel like the setup for these two characters was not proper, in a way, you know?
Don't worry, honey.
Yeah. Yeah, the music is awesome.
My girl Holly and I decided to kill ourselves. Same way I did her dad.
What?
Big decision, huh? The reasons are obvious. I don't have time to go into them right now. That's the end of the message. I run out of things to say. Thank you.
That's interesting, you know, I didn't know that you could actually record messages on vinyl. That's pretty cool. Voiceograph, private recording studio. How cool is that? That's absolutely new for me.
Kit left a record playing over and over for the district attorney to find.
I see.
He was gambling for time.
Yeah, but they're not gonna find the bodies, so... Is this like a Bonnie and Clyde type of scenario? Or like natural born killer stuff, you know? But yeah, see, this should have been set up better, like, at least, you know, the movie should have shown at least the scene where they're talking about this, you know, like, how about we go away and things like that, and yeah, because most likely I'm really gonna enjoy what's gonna happen next, but still, the shift happened way too fast for me, you know? We didn't really see any signs of this kind of behavior in Martin Sheen before, you know? Which I mean, sure, of course, human beings are full of you know, human beings are unpredictable, you know, but usually when somebody does something like this, there are signs.
I could have snuck out the back or hid in the boiler room, I suppose, but I sensed that my destiny now lay with Kit, for better or for worse.
Probably for
And
worse.
that it was better to spend a week with one who loved me for what I was than years of loneliness.
He killed your dad. He fucking killed your dad.
It'd be in the flood season. We built our house in the trees with tamarisk walls and willows laid side by side to make a floor. There wasn't a plant in the forest that didn't come in handy.
Oh, you could do that?
Now and then we'd sneak out at night and steal a chicken or a bunch of corn or some melons from a melon patch.
Okay, I was wondering what are they gonna eat?
They hadn't found but one set of bones in the ashes of the house, so we knew they'd be looking for us.
Yes,
Kit
yes.
made sure we'd be prepared.
There's a certain naivete to this on their part, you know? Like certain innocence, if you will. It's weird to call a murderer innocent, but you know what I mean.
Kit accused me of only being along for the ride, while at times I wished he'd fall in the river and drown, so I could watch.
Take a break, Red.
Okay. He's calling her Red.
Mostly, though, we got along fine and stayed in love.
This almost reminds me of, well, in a sense, of Moonrise Kingdom by Wes Anderson. You know, in a way. Very different movie, though.
One day, while taking a look at some vistas in Dad's stereopticon, it hit me that I was just this little girl, born in Texas,
Yeah.
whose father was a sign painter. For days afterwards, I lived in dread. Sometimes I wished I could fall asleep and be taken off to some magical land. But this never happened.
You know, it's interesting because she said that Martin Sheen told her that, you know, she is mature, more mature. Oh, that's a very stupid thing to do. She's more mature than, you know, older girls and whatever. But the way she speaks and the way she narrates, you know, she comes off just as a young little girl to me. Okay, people are coming. What an amazing tracking shot. Oh, they're prepared.
Hey,
Wow. No questions asked.
help!
Wow. Well, it's not Sissy Spacek who went on a killing spree.
He'd overheard them whispering about how they were only interested in the reward money.
Uh,
With lawmen, it would have been different. They were out there to get a job done, and they deserved a fair chance. But not a bounty hunter.
Is that true though? We haven't seen that. Again, what an amazing
We went to
line.
hide out with a friend of Kit's from the days of the garbage route.
What you been doing?
Run this place for a fella in town. Nothing much to speak of.
Well, I don't notice us hustling trash either. We're thinking of going down to Texas. Ollie wants to visit some of those people down there. But after that, I don't know.
Yeah, I love the wides, you know. Everything is so spacious. Love it.
You're pissing.
Is he gonna call the cops?
The shovel's in the truck!
I mean, he was acting suspicious, but come on.
Kit never let on why I shot Cato. He said that just talking about it could bring us bad luck, and that right now we needed all the luck we could get. How's he doing?
I got him in the stomach.
No, he's gonna die.
Does he bite?
Ain't never bit me.
Oh. Who's that?
Where's Cato? Well, he's gone. said not to tell.
Oh, yeah? Well, I just need to pick up something in the house.
I can't allow that. I'm gonna have to keep my eye on you.
Okay.
You don't mind?
You don't mind? Well, pretty sure he does.
What's gonna happen to Jack and me? Had to ask Kit. He says Frog got jumped. You love him? I don't know.
Weird.
I gotta stick by Kit. He feels trapped. I can imagine.
Wow, the characters are so weird. Everybody.
I'm gonna shut the door.
The fuck? Seriously?
Suddenly I was thrown into a state of shock.
Just now?
Kit was the most trigger-happy person I'd ever met. He claimed that as long as you're playing for keeps and the law's coming at you, it's considered okay to shoot all witnesses. He'd never seemed like a violent person before.
Yes.
Except for once, when he said he'd like to rub out a couple of guys whose names he didn't care to mention. It all goes to show how you can know a person and not really know him at the same time.
Okay, that makes perfect sense to me. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, he's clearly got some mental problems. For sure.
Posses and vigilance committees were set up from Texas to South Dakota.
Is that true though?
Children rode back and forth to school under heavy guard. A famous detective was brought in from Boston. He could find no clues. We needed supplies, so we went to a rich man's house. Kit figured it'd be safer and quicker than shopping in the downtown.
well.
Oh, we're on the run. And, I'd like to hang out here for a while, a couple hours maybe. How'd that be? Next time I ring, that means it's time to clear out.
But like, they're not even doing anything. They're just staying in the house.
Listen to your parents and teachers. They got a line on most things, so don't treat them like enemies. There's always an outside chance you can learn something. Try to keep an open mind. Try to understand the viewpoints of others. Consider the minority opinion. Of course, Holly and I have had fun, even if it has been rushed. And, so far we're doing fine.
Sometimes he acts like there's something wrong with his bean.
Sometimes.
Oh, and, here's a list of everything I borrowed. Car's on there, too. Okay, ma'am, let's go. Out that way. Go on.
Oh my God.
We made our headlong way, steering by the telephone lines toward the mountains of Montana. For gas, we used the leakage from the valves of the pipelines we found along the way. Drip gas is what it's called in that part of the country. That's Montana over there.
This almost feels like a Western, you know? And again, this wide open space. Amazing.
You're crazy.
Yes?
Well, I shouldn't expect miracles, should I?
Man, cinematography is out of this world. Like, seriously. It's incredible.
We took off at sunset on a line toward the mountains of Saskatchewan. For Kit, a magical land beyond the reach of the law. I made up my mind to never again tag around with the hell-bent type, no matter how in love with him I was.
Good.
I pointed out that even if we got to the far north, he still couldn't make a living.
It's true.
You got any gas?
Maybe. For what I got, I can't spare.
Just a second now. That's your truck, isn't it? You didn't walk out here.
It's mine, all right.
Thanks, Carruthers. I believe I shoot people every now and then. Not that I deserve a medal.
Kit!
Oh.
Boy, I had a feeling today was going to be the day. Helicopter.
Yeah,
He's not going to take us for any ride, either. Come on, let's make a run for the car.
I just don't want to go.
What?
Yeah, this is so weird.
What is wrong with you? I don't want to make people like you. I really don't.
You're saying that. He got him. I love how there's no music here. Awesome. Awesome shot. It's totally pointless. Wow. This is incredible. I can't believe we got away with that. That was awesome.
Many times I've wondered what was going through Kit's head before they got him, and why he didn't make a run for it while he still had the chance. He claimed to having a flat tire.
No.
The way he carried on about it, I imagine this is false.
Well, now he does. now he has a flat tire. Yeah, he's an interesting character. I mean, clearly he's crazy. He's fucked in the head, you know. And many times what he does make no sense because he's just impulsive.
I could have held off an army if I could have got behind a boulder up the mountain.
Oh, yeah?
As long as my ammo held out.
What the fuck?
Well, you boys have performed like a couple of heroes. Don't think I'm not gonna pass it around when we get to town.
You like people?
They're okay.
Then why'd you do it?
I don't know.
I knew he was going to say
I
that.
always wanted to be a criminal, I guess. Just not this big one.
You know who that sumbitch looks like?
James Dean?
You know, don't you?
No.
I'd kiss your ass if you don't look like James.
Yeah.
South Dakota, where you from?
Here.
Want cone?
What the fuck?
South Dakota.
Yeah, I know. She got out of there, too. Don't worry now. I'm gonna get you off these charges. There's a whole lot of other boys out there waiting for you. You're gonna have a lot of fun. That guy at the Deaf Maid, he's just lucky he's not dead, too. We're gonna have to sit down and talk about that sometime.
Yeah, right. That's gonna happen.
Tom?
Good luck to you.
Thank you very much.
I mean it.
I know you do. Good luck to you, too.
Now we go.
Okay.
See, like, in another scenario where he, you know, didn't kill people, he would have been a pretty okay guy, I think. But something is just not right with him, you know. Like, clearly he's fucked in the head.
Myself, I got off with probation and a lot of nasty looks.
Really?
Later, I married the son of the lawyer who defended me.
Really?
Kit went to sleep in the courtroom while his confession was being read, and he was sentenced to die in the electric chair.
Yep, no wonder.
On a warm spring night, 6 months later, after donating his body to science, he did.
Yeah, one way or another, right? I knew he was gonna die. Yeah, I mean, that's beautiful. Again, it's gorgeous. If this is the last shot, then it's perfect. Written, produced, and directed by Terrence Malick. Good job. Well, guys, this was Badlands. Alright, this was a pretty unique experience. I don't think I've seen a movie quite like this, you know, which is awesome. It's awesome. I think this is actually based on a novel. I don't know how close the movie follows the novel, but this was a really interesting experience. This movie is kind of offbeat. You know, the characters are pretty offbeat. Almost everybody in this movie. Interesting. Like, seriously, really interesting. Really interesting. My only problem, and I said this, you know, while watching the movie, my only problem is that I think the two main characters weren't set up properly, so that, you know, when Martin Sheen's character starts killing, it really comes out of left field for me, at least, because before that, I think he was kind of a decent guy. He came across as a decent guy, not counting that he started dating a 15-year-old girl at 25, which is weird. But other than that, he seemed like a decent guy. Now, with that said, of course, and I think Holly says this during the movie, that, you can never really know a person, which is absolutely true. So in that sense, the movie did a great job showing that, because, sometimes you just don't know. You just can't know. And that's actually very, very true. I thought the music was absolutely exceptional. I really enjoyed the musical score of this movie. The cinematography, I loved the wide shots, the wide open spaces. The colors of this movie are just absolutely incredible. I think Martin Sheen did a fantastic job. This was a really interesting experience, I'm not saying that I enjoyed every minute of this movie, but at the same time, I gotta applaud its uniqueness. I kind of feel like this is a spiritual precursor to something like Natural Born Killers, for example. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but I wouldn't be surprised if this movie was an influence on that movie, Yeah, what a unique movie. I'm definitely, not regretting watching this. So, guys, thank you so much for watching this movie together with me. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe. And see you next time at the cinema. Bye.